under's better, but you guys decide. It's funny.
That is a different-looking Dinesh D'Souza from a Vanity Fair profile on his time in confinement. Dinesh is here for his first TV interview since he got out of the joint. Dinesh, good to see you. So, you're back. You're a convicted felon. You served your sentence. It wasn't really, a hard time. But how was it?
Well, Megyn, it was, remember when I came on your show right after my sentencing, and I was thrilled not to have a prison sentence and instead to be given this 8 months in a confinement center. Now, I was a bit surprised when I got in the confinement center to recognize that it was the whole gamut of criminals, from, murderers to burglars to people who had been bringing people across the border, drug smugglers.
To people like you who made an illegal campaign donation. It's quite a range.
It was a rough crowd, and but on the other hand, after an initial period of caution in which I basically kept to myself, I tried to figure out if there were gangs going on in there. I tried to figure out how I would survive over 8 months of sleeping, if you may say, with the hoodlums. But after a while, I figured it out, and then I began to talk to them. I began to learn about their lives. I recognized, Megyn, I was kind of in a very unusual position that very few people find themselves in, almost like an anthropologist in a strange land. There was a lot to learn.
You say a lot of these guys in there, even like the murderers, consider themselves small fry. Why?
Well, what I realize is that there's a kind of, you may say, shamelessness among the criminals. I mean, we want people to be rehabilitated. We want them to feel appropriately humbled, to accept that what they did was wrong. And interestingly, most of these people do. It's not like in the Shawshank Redemption where they all say we're innocent. No, they admit that what they did is wrong, but they also have this view, it's kind of an ideology, you might say, that they are the small fry, that the big criminals are out there, they're at large, that they are so powerful that the system can't get them. In fact, they are the system. So I found this to be a very provocative and, in a sense, interesting idea, and I'm trying to research it now to investigate whether the criminals are basically right.
I sense a new book and new movie in your future. I'm up against a break, but I have to ask you, did you convert anybody to Republicans like you said you were going to do?
Well, I wasn't trying to convert the guys in prison. Remember, they can't vote. It's in my teaching English. I'm teaching Hispanics, about 100 students. And I will say, Megyn, that at the end of my 8 months, if you took a vote among my students today, between me and Barack Obama, I don't believe that Obama would get a single vote.
Dinesh, welcome back.